Emily just got arrested.
It's not! This is serious business! You're going to jail. Gotcha. No good. Cheat.
Let her go!
No!
Yeah, thank you.
No! He's an outlaw!
Yes, she did.
I've been framed!
Arrest you next!
How did you know?
She knows what she did. Into the jail. You near too well. All right. Into the cell with you. Wow.
You see that? She didn't even flinch at the sound of closing doors.
I did see that.
So you're making Gracie cry.
Stand right here. One hand here, one hand here. Your face between the bars. All right. Look guilty. I said guilty, not confused. All right. Take your photograph on the count of 3 now. 1. That's good.
It's okay, Gracie.
Well. If it ain't the notorious Emily Crawford. Oh, I got you now. My name's Deputy Tumble. I am the law in this town. You are an outlaw. That means it's my responsibility, my job, as deputy sheriff, to haul you in here and lock you up and say mean things to you and make jokes at your expense. And make young ones terrified. Is also part of my job. Now, I got a warrant here that has your name on it, and it basically says if I see you moseying up and down Main Street, I'm supposed to arrest you. My responsibility. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't want you to take it all personal when I hang you for your crimes. Right? It's something I have to do. All right? This here says, you've seen roaming the streets of Rawhide, Arizona. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of my own voice.
Her attorney is here.
Oh, being an attorney is a hanging crime in this town. We don't allow lawyers.
What kind of a sheriff are you to put that beautiful young lady in jail?
Law abiding.
And let me tell you something. You're in trouble. I'm coming.
Well, I'm just shaking in my boots.
I can tell. Go ahead. Go right ahead. Don't worry.
All right.
It's seen roaming the streets of Rawhide, Arizona, the public menace known as Emily Crawford, that would be you, is to be arrested, which I've done, and held, which I'm doing, in the Rawhide Town Jail. That would be the entire world. And your side of the bar. You get it? Because she has to stay in there. Never mind, we'll move on. Until the territorial hanging judge administers justice for the outrageous crime of being too darned bossy. You bossy lady.
Take control. What can you say?
You have anything to say for yourself? Probably good. You know, we need to put this to trial. Usually for a crime like this, I just take you straight out to the hanging tree, straighten you up, and be done with it. But they're telling me I have to have a trial before I have a hanging.
Well, I appreciate that.
I prefer to do it the other way around. Streamlines the paperwork, cuts down on the cooking. It's just much better. Considering the only thing I know how to cook is chili, and I got a very particular recipe, I get the feeling you'd be saying there, no, put more onions in. No, not enough salt. No, now you put too much salt in. Take some out. Too darn bossy. I know how this goes. I've played this game a million times. I really don't want to cook for it. Okay? But rules is rules. You gotta have a trial first. So we'll have the trial first. Then we'll have this. Okay? Good plan. All right. So first thing we're gonna need is your plea. Emily, how do you plead your crime? Guilty or not innocent? I wish you could see the look on your face when I said that. It's like your brain put on the emergency brake.
I'm gonna say not guilty.
That was not one of your options. Tell you what, you want to
Where'd
plead?
the lawyer go?
I told you being a lawyer is a hanging crime. We don't allow it. She run off. I'll tell you what. If
Guilty.
you
All right.
want, you do?
Yeah.
Guilty? All right, good choice. All right, next thing we're going to need is a jury. Emily, I was going to say a jury of your peers, but we don't have anyone in town that low down.
Oh, wow.
Remember I said Joyce?
Yes.
That was mine. There's more later. Don't worry.
Great.
But we do have a jury-sized crowd right here. I think we'll just use them. All those in favor of finding Emily here guilty of the crime of being too bossy signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Your vote don't count.
I'm telling Gracie. Say
No,
aye.
she's on my
See,
side.
she said aye.
No, I think she. Okay. Emily, you've been found guilty of this crime by a unanimous vote of a jury.
Nice.
And so there ain't nothing to do now, but we'll put these handcuffs on you. We'll haul you out of the cell, march you out to the hanging tree, string you up, and that'll be about the end of it.
Maybe if you want to see me home,
Deputy,
you're gonna hang me.
What is it, Corey?
we can't hang her.
No, of course we can. She's been arrested for a hate crime. She's been tried by a jury, convicted. Everything's in order. We got the paperwork, and it's like last time.
Well, what it is it worked out perfect that way, but the problem is the hanging tree.
What about it?
Well, you remember that storm we had last week?
I do recall it was a storm.
Yeah, a real window-banger of a storm. Well, it kind of blew over the tree.
I wouldn't start celebrating yet. All right, well, we can't hang you. Not to worry, though. We do have alternative punishments. You see, the sheriff ain't here today. No, you got me and Corky. Which means that we're in charge. Which means that we get to dispense justice however we see fit. And right now, I'm thinking it'd be right and fit for you to sing us a song. So if you want to get out of my cell, I want you to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star while doing an interpretive
I
dance.
really don't think you want me to sing.
Interpretive dance. I want to see footwork. I want to see jazz hands. I see a little bit of this. And you better sing loud enough they can hear you across the road, because I'm going to ask the
So you
TV.
really don't want that. I can't carry it.
And one, and two, and buckle my shoe.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Come on.
Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I got it.
You know, you were right. That was terrible.
I told you.
I could probably rearrest you for murder in that song. I've seen better dance moves from an epileptic monkey. But you did attempt to uphold your end of the bargain, so I suppose we should probably uphold ours. Why don't you let her out there, Corey? Now, Emily, this is your arrest warrant. This is also your release form. You're being released into the custody of somebody named Joel. Joel. It says it right here, Joel. Means you have to do whatever Joel says for the next 2 days or 48 hours. Whatever comes first. Step out of the cell. There's one more condition to your release. Extend your right hand and wave to that camera and say, "Howdy, Facebook."
Howdy, Facebook.
That's right. This is going viral. By this time
Oh,
next
I know.
week, everyone's going to have seen that, and you're going to be even more embarrassed than he is right now. Now, this is also your graduation certificate from the Rawhide School for Boss.